Good morning all. Now we will discuss about PLC panel wiring. Under this PLC panel wiring, we have 4 processes. Okay. So one by one we will discuss. I will share my screen. Okay. PLC we have 4 processes. First one is selection. Second one is erection. Third one is commissioning. Fourth one is troubleshooting. Okay. Under this 4 process, we have subparts. So first we will discuss about selection. Under this selection, we need to select the components that are to be used in the process. Okay. Just consider for that industries, I need 14 analog inputs, 12 digital inputs, and then 2 analog outputs, and then 3 digital outputs. So in that industries, here I am using analog inputs, digital inputs, analog outputs, digital outputs. Okay. So based on that only we need to select the PLC. Okay. Based on my application, we need to select the PLC. If I am not considering analog inputs, analog outputs, just I am purchase only digital inputs or digital outputs, in the sense it is waste. Okay. So based on the components, that is total number of analog digital input output based, we need to select the PLC. Analog digital input and outputs. Okay, this is the first point under this selection. Without this, if we are not considering this option, in the sense it is waste. It is waste of time and then cost. Okay, so first we need to select the input and then outputs based on the digital as well as analog. Next one is select the PLC based on power supplies, communication ports, protocols, scanning time of the PLC, cost, and then software availability of the program. Just consider here I mentioned scanning time, that is response time. Okay. So response time or otherwise scanning time, in the sense, under this PLC we have CPU part. Okay. Working voltage of the PLC is 24 volt. Okay. But CPU working voltage is 5 volt only. So we need to convert this 24 volt to 5 volt. For that we have input isolation barrier. If I want to convert 5 volt to 24 volt, in the sense we have output isolation barrier. So in that input isolation barrier and then output isolation barrier, we have, it will take some time period. Okay. So based on that time period only, it will convert from 24 volt to 5 volt or otherwise 5 volt to 24 volt. Just consider here CPU. So this is input isolation barrier part. This is output isolation barrier part. So it will take some time period. Okay. Inside this isolation barrier, we have 2 different things. That is relay or otherwise transistor. So it is comes under, if under this isolation barrier, if they are using relay, in the sense it is comes under relay type PLC. If they are using transistor, in the sense it is comes under transistor type PLC. Using this type of PLC, how we are mentioned the scanning time or otherwise response time, in the sense the isolation barrier is used to convert 24 volt to 5 volt and then 5 volt to 24 volt. Relay type PLC, in the sense it will take 0.1 microsecond for the conversion. Okay. Just consider I am using relay type PLC, in the sense it will take 0.1 microseconds. Okay. for the conversion. Transistor type PLC in the sense, it will take 0.05 microseconds for conversion. Compared to relay type PLC, transistor type PLC is faster response. Okay. Normal response means just consider relay type PLC. Faster response means consider transistor type PLC. Okay. Select PLC based on input output and then scanning time. That is also called as response time. And then based off the cost. Under this PLC, we have many brands: Siemens, Omron, Mitsubishi, AB, ABB, Delta. Like that, we have many brands. If we are using just for simple applications, in the sense, based on the cost, we will prefer some of the lowest price PLCs. Okay. If the application is very high, in the sense, based on that, we need to prefer some of the PLCs. So next one is software availability. The software is easily available or not. Like that we need to consider. Okay. Just we are considering one of the PLC, but we are not getting the software, in the sense it is face. So based off the software also we need to check. So next one is select the power supply. That is SMPS. Okay. We are getting 230 volt AC, right? If I want to convert this 230 volt AC into 24 volt DC, in the sense, we need SMPS. So select the SMPS. Next one is protective devices. Under this protective devices, just consider circuit breakers, fuses, relays to connect the output. To protect the devices, we are using here circuit breakers, fuses. Just use any one of the device, or otherwise based on the application, just use CBs or fuses, relays, like that. Okay. Next one is panel size. Based on width and height, based on the components, the size will be varied, right? So width and height based on the components we need to select. The components are here, I'm using more components, but the panel size is very low, in the sense it is very difficult. So we need to consider panel size also. Next one is wire requirement. Based on the current rating, we need to select the wires. If the current rating is very high, but I'm selecting the cable cross section is small, in the sense it cannot able to withstand the current. So based on the current carrying capacity, we need to select the cables. Next one is DIN rail. Just I share the image for that DIN rail. See here, this is the DIN rail. Okay. So it is normal metal rail only. It is used to mounting the components, that is circuit breakers, or any industrial control equipments inside the equipment racks. For attaching terminals blocks and then small electrical components to the flat metal panel. Okay. So this is considered as a DIN rail. The following photograph shows terminal blocks mounted to a horizontal length DIN rail and a system enclosure. Okay. Like that only we need to place the elements under the panels. So this is our DIN rail. So next one is wiring duct, that is cable tray. It is used to carrying the cable. Okay. See here, I will share the image for that wiring duct. See that image here. It may be rectangle type or otherwise a round shaped or otherwise square type. Like that manner it is available. The fact of that cable tray is it can easily enter or exit the cable anywhere. Okay. See here. This is our cable tray, that is wiring duct. We can easily exit the cables from this trays where we want to connect again. Like that manner we can able to use. So next one is lux. Lux and then ferrule. So why we are using that lux and then ferrule? See that image here. It is used when the permanent connection is not possible between the devices or otherwise cables. If I need permanent connection, in the sense we are considering soldering, right? So while we are not using that permanent connection, that time we can prefer this lux for that connections. Next one is ferrule. See here. Here they are mentioned the numbers, right? The ferrule is also called as cable marking nameplate. Like that manner they will mention. Why? Because just consider a wire is connected at two ends. It is quite useful to consider as a the other end will be connected which place. The starting part only we know here. Okay. In that industry we don't know where it is connected. Through cable tray it will be connected, right? So we don't know where the end part is available. So that the reason only for our indication they are mentioned some numbers in that ferrule, in that nameplate. The same number will be mentioned where they are ending. Not only for ending, if the connection will be shorted in the sense, that place also they will mention the same number. For that purpose, we are considering ferrule. Next, we will move to second process of the panel wiring. Second one is erection. We are considering the elements, right? Hereafter, we need to assembling. That is, we need to connect the elements. It is comes under erection. Next one is commissioning. Using multimeter, we need to check the connectivity. So we need to test the components. It is properly working or not. It is comes under commissioning. Next one is troubleshooting. If we have any problems in the sense, we need to rectify the error. It will be comes under troubleshooting. So these process we need to do under this panel wiring. So now itself we are discussed only based on the theory part. Next we will move to connection part. How to do the connections using PLCs. So first option is power supply connection. Okay. Just consider this is my PLC. Okay. Just consider this is my PLC. So first I am giving power supply connection. It will be splitted into two types. That is with SMPS and then without SMPS. So how we can confirm this PLC is comes under with SMPS or otherwise without SMPS? Like that, how we can confirm? So just consider this is my PLC. In that first two places, they will mention P and then N. P indicates phase, N indicates neutral. So this is my 230 volt AC. So this is my phase and then neutral. From that 230 volt AC, directly I am going to connect this pins. Phase to phase and then neutral to neutral. So it is comes under with SMPS. Defaultly, inbuiltly, the PLC have SMPS. So automatically it will convert 230 volt AC to 24 volt DC. To protect the devices here, I am using circuit breakers. Okay, just consider this is a circuit breaker. Instead of P and then N, they will mention in the PLC line neutral or 230 volt AC / 110 volt AC. Like that manner they will mention. Okay. So it is comes under with SMPS. Without SMPS in the sense, inside this PLC we are not having SMPS. So we need to connect externally. So without SMPS in the sense, phase, neutral, and then circuit breaker. Externally, we need to connect SMPS. Okay. So here I am connecting the SMPS. From this SMPS, I am going to connect PLC. So how the PLC will indicate in that first two places, in the sense, in that first two places, they will mention plus minus, that is DC. Okay. Like that, we can able to confirm this PLC is with SMPS PLC. This PLC is without SMPS PLC. Like that manner, we can confirm. So this is the first part of PLC wiring connection. Next one is types of a PLC based on input-output wiring. Under this types of PLC, we have 4 types based on the input-output wiring. One is source input, source output, source input, sink output, sink input, source output, sink input, sink output. Source input, source output, source input, sink output, sink input, sink output, sink input, source output. Like that, we have 4 types. So here source in the sense positive, sink in the sense negative. That is positive input, negative output. Positive input, here positive input, positive output. Positive input, negative output. Negative input, negative output. Negative input, positive output. Source indicates positive, sink indicates negative. Based on that, we need to consider input-output wiring parts. So first we will discuss about input parts. After that, we will move to output parts. Okay. Here I am considering source input first. So here I am considering source input. Okay. So this is my PLC. Already I told the first two position will be considered as with SMPS or otherwise without SMPS. Okay. So I give the empty space here. So third position is considered as a common pin. Okay. Common pin. It may be source connection or otherwise sink connection. The third position will be common pin only. From that fourth position only, they are considering input parts. Input 1, input 2, input 3, input 4. How many inputs we are considering? Okay. First, we need to check the input ports are properly working or not. So that the reason only, inside this input part as well as output part, they are considering indication light. Okay. The light will be connected like this manner. So first I am considering source input, right? Just consider this is my LED. Source input in the sense positive. we are getting positive signals. So compulsory, the common pin will be negative. Okay. Cathode will be connected to common pin. If we are giving any supply, in the sense, just consider I'm going to press the switch. So here I'm having 1. Okay. Source connection. Source in the sense positive. Okay. So the supply will be moved to input. So anode side I am getting supply. Cathode will be connected to common. So negative. That time I am getting the LED indication. So we can confirm input side is working properly. Just consider sync input in the sense this is for opposite. Okay. In that first 2 position with SMPS or without SMPS, third position for common pin. From that fourth position we are considering input pins. So sync input in the sense we are getting negative. Okay. So the LED connection will be like this manner. Cathode will be connected to ports. Anode will be connected to common. The common pin will be positive. So that time the LED will be indicates. Okay. Like this only input side will be connected. So the light will be indicate. Okay. So how the CPU will be activate? Nearest to LED we have phototransistor. Okay. Here we have phototransistor. Just I am asking only input side. Okay. After finishing the input part we will move to output parts. So here I am having phototransistor. Okay. The common and then emitter of the phototransistor circuit configuration is same for that normal transistor. Okay. In that normal transistor, while we are getting 0.7 under this base voltage in the sense it will activate. Phototransistor in the sense it will activate once the light strikes the base terminal. It is the main difference between normal transistor and then phototransistor. So while the LED will be activating, that time only the phototransistor will be work. Okay. When the LED will be activating in the sense while I am giving the inputs, that time only the LED will be activate. Okay. So this is my base side. While the light will be indicates in the sense based on the light indication, the phototransistor will be act. So this is my emitter. Here I am giving the supply 5 volt. The 5 volt comes from input isolation barrier part. Okay. It will convert it to 24 volt to 5 volt, right? From that 7805 we are getting 5 volt supply. So in that emitter side I am having one resistor and then ground. From this I am going to get the output. So while it is activating, that time the opening part will be automatically closed. So that time the supply will be moved here. So here I am getting the output. So this will be connected to CPU. Okay. First two position will be comes under with SMPS or without SMPS common. From that fourth position consider input parts. Under this input parts we have two types, source input or otherwise sink input. Source input in the sense input side consider positive, sink input in the sense consider negative. Based on the connection, source input, sink input, the LED connection will be differ. Why? Because anode side compulsory we need to give a supply, cathode side we need to give a ground. So based on that, the connection will be changing. Source input, sink output. But the internal process will be same for source input, sink inputs. The light will be activating in the sense the phototransistor automatically working. That time under this collector I am connecting 5 volt. How it will be connected in the sense from that input isolation barrier. From that isolation barrier I am giving the 5 voltage here. The LED is not working in the sense the emitter and then collector it is in open condition. While the LED is indicating it is working, that time the phototransistor will be work, so it is automatically closed. The supply will be moved to CPU. Okay. Now CPU activating the output side LED. So from this we are discussed only input parts. So next we will just discuss about the CPU to LED and then phototransistor. Okay. After that we will move to output part. So now we are discuss only this is comes under input parts. Okay. So the voltage will be moved to CPU based on the program. Which port we are activating? Output port. That corresponding output LED will be now activating. Okay. From that CPU, all output parts LED will be connected from that CPU only. Okay. From this CPU I am getting 5 voltage. Now the corresponding LED will be activated. If the output, which port LED will be activated, that time that corresponding phototransistor will be activated. Okay. So how this transistor connection will be connected to output part. So here just I am discussing part by part. Finally we will discuss about the whole circuit design under this PLC. So how to give this phototransistor connection to output side. So already we have finished the input parts, right? So just consider this is my output side, okay? So first I am having the pin is common pin. First position of that output side is common pin. From that second position we will get the output ports. Okay. In that output side also we have source output and then sink output. Okay. Source in the sense positive, sink in the sense negative. Which part we need, which type we need, that supply will be connected to common. Okay. From this common pin only, the supply or otherwise negative part will move to output positions. How it will be moved in the sense? Here I am considering source output. Source output in the sense, the output may be source or otherwise sink. Based on the type, we need to give a supply or otherwise negative in that common pin only. Okay. Source output in the sense, we need to give a positive in that common pin. Sink output in the sense, we need to give a negative in that common pin. Here directly I am giving positive, negative in that input parts. Here I am not giving directly to the output parts, output ports. I am giving the, based on the type, I am giving the values inside the common pin. Here I am considering source output. Source output in the sense, positive, right? Positive will be given to common pin. The photo transistor connection will be like this manner. Output side photo transistor. CPU activate the LED, okay. So here I am giving base. Based on the light intensity, the photo transistor will be activated. So here I mention V out under this emitter, right? From this V out, I am giving the supply to output side. That is CPU pad. Here I am connecting the collector to a supply, right? From that 7805, that is the input isolation barrier. Here I am giving the collector as to common pin, okay? Just consider this is my collector, okay? Collector will be connected to common. So from this collector, supply will be moved to collector pad. Why? Because this is source output, right? So in that common pin, I am giving positive. The positive will be moved to collector. Normally it is in open condition. While light will be on, that time only it will be automatically closed based on that light intensity. So that time from this, here I am getting the V out. V out will be connected to output parts. So the supply will be moved in this output pins. So what I am giving in that common pin, it will be moved to output ports. In that common pin, here I am giving sink output in the sense, here we need to give negative, right? So the negative will be moved to collector while the LED will be on. It will be closed. So here I am getting negative part. The negative value will be moved to output ports. So this is the main difference between source sink differences in that input parts and then output parts. So now we will combine this whole thing. Now I am considering source input, source output type of PLC with SMPS. Okay. So based on that condition, I am going to give the panel wiring connection. Okay. So here I am considering source input, source output type of PLC with SMPS based PLC. Okay. So with SMPS in the sense, defaultly inside this we have SMPS. So directly from that phase neutral, we are getting the connection. So this is my PLC. Input side and then output side. So now itself we are discussing only digital inputs outputs. After that we will move to that sensors part. Okay. So with SMPS in the sense, in that PLC it will indicate phase neutral. So I am connecting neutral to neutral, phase to phase. For to protect the device, here I am using circuit breaker. Source input in the sense, the common will be connected to negative. Source input, okay. The input side we are getting positive. Source input, so positive. Okay. So the indication light will be on. Common will be connected to negative. Based on that light intensity, the phototransistor will be act. From that phototransistor, we are connecting to CPU. The CPU will be activate. Based on the program, what we are did inside this PLC, based on the program, the corresponding output LED will be activate. The output LED will be activate in the sense, output side phototransistor will be work. So in that output side, first position is common pin. Type of PLC may be source input, source output, or otherwise sync input, sync output. In that position will be the changes will be occur. Okay. Inside this, it will be not changed. Why? Because based on the light intensity only, the phototransistor will be work. Okay. But here some of the changes output side. Why? Because based on the source output, sync output, we need to give a supply or otherwise ground in that common pin. That pin will be, that value will be moved to phototransistor. Through this phototransistor, we are getting the output ports will get the values, supply or otherwise ground. Source in the sense supply, sink in the sense ground. So here I am considering source output, right? So in that common pin I am giving positive. The positive connection will be connected to phototransistor collector part. So while it is, the output LED will be activate. That time the collector emitter will be closed. So we are getting the positive voltage in that output parts. What I am giving in that common pin, that values will be to output ports. Okay. So this is comes under types of PLC based on input and then output. Okay. In that input side, just we are discussing only switches. Now I am considering sensor. The sensor may be NPN sensor or otherwise PNP sensor. Okay. So how we can connect here? First I am considering PNP sensor. Okay. So inside the internal connection will be like this manner. Here I am considering PNP sensor. Positive, negative, positive. This is for power supply of the sensor. So now the condition will be in that open condition here. If the sensor sensing the object in the sense, that time the switch will be closed automatically. So we are getting the voltage here. Why? Because the supply will be moved here. It will be connected to in this input ports. Okay. So PNP in the sense it is source connection. This is for source connection. Okay. Why? Because if the object is sensing through this sensor in the sense, the positive supply will be moved here. So we are getting positive input to the PLC. So it is comes under source input. Okay. Sink input in the sense we need to consider NPN sensor. So NPN sensor in the sense, so here we have negative, positive, negative. Here we are giving this is for supply for the sensor. So now it is in open condition. While the object is sensing through the sensor in the sense, the negative supply will be moved from that output part. This is output of the sensor, the spinners. In that output of the sensor, we are getting negative value. So the negative input will be connected to PLC side. So it is, we need to consider sink type PLC for that NPN type sensors. We need to consider source type PLC for that PNP type sensor. Okay. So here just consider PLC as a sink type, but I am having only PNP sensor. That time what can I do? Okay. How to change the values here? Before that I told PNP sensor in the sense we need to use source type, source input. NPN in the sense we need to use sink input. Okay. Just consider, just assume we have sink type PLC, but I'm having PNP type sensor. So how to give the connections these two? So it is possible or not? If it is possible, then how to do the connection for that one? Like that we will discuss. For this purpose, here I am using relay concept. Okay. Using that relay, we can able to do this condition. So how we can do this using that relay? So here I am considering one relay. So three parts we have, that is normally open, normally closed, and then common. This pin is common pin. So defaultly the common pin will be connected to normally closed. This is common, this is normally open. Okay. I'm considering sink type PLC, right? So the input compulsory negative, but I'm considering PNP sensor. Okay. So how we can connect for this condition? Using relay element, it is possible. So this is PNP. From that output of the sensor, we are getting positive only. Okay. While the sensor will be sensing the object, from this output pin, I am getting positive, but I need to give the input as negative to that PLC. So the positive will be connected to relay. Here I am giving the second end of that relay as ground. So while I am getting positive, here I am defaultly I am connecting negative. Now the relay coil will be energized. Okay. That time automatically the normally closed connection will be pulled down to normally open. Why? Because inside this we have metal. While the coil is energized, the metal acts as a magnet. That time the normally closed connection will be pulled to normally open part. So what I am connecting here, what I am connecting in that common, this will be moved through this normally open. So in this common pin, I am going to connect negative. From external SMPS. Okay. So here in that common pin, I am giving negative. This negative value will be moved through this normally open. So this normally open connection will be connected to sync type PLC. So here I am getting the negative input. Okay. Like that manner, we can able to do the connection using relay. Not only for input side only it is possible or not. Like that manner, don't confuse. We can able to use output side also. So why we are using this as output side? From that PLC, we are getting only 124 volt DC. Okay. So don't assume we can able to run only for DC applications using that PLC. It is not correct. Why? Because using that relay, we can able to switch DC to AC. So what are the conditions are possible under this relay? A relay normally acts as a protective device, as well as we can able to use one more option. So how it will be act? Under this relay, we can connect input side DC, output side DC, input side DC, output side AC, input side AC, output side AC, input side AC, and then output side DC. Like that manner we can able to get. Okay. Here what are the condition is possible in the sense from that PLC we are getting DC. So these two condition is possible. Okay. From that PLC we are getting only 24 volt DC. If I need to consider more than 24 volt DC, in the sense we will prefer this relay. So how we can connect under this output part, or otherwise from the PLC we are getting input voltage DC. So how we can switch into AC? Like that we will discuss. After this discussing part, we will move to PLC real-time connections. Okay. From that output end, I am getting only 24 volt DC. Okay. So this is common pin. Source output in the sense from this I am getting 24 volt DC. Okay. If I want to connect more than this voltage motors in the sense, 12 volt or otherwise 15 volt, 18 volt in the sense, directly we can able to connect the motors like this manner. Okay. If it is more than 24 volt in the sense, how we can connect here? So directly I cannot able to connect the motors. Instead of this motor connection, here I am going to connect the relay. Okay. From this pin I am going to connect a relay. Okay. So another end of the relay will be connected to ground. So while I am getting supply, here I am having negative. So the coil will be energized. Normally open, normally closed, and then common. What is the output voltage of the output device that will be given into that common pin? So if it is a 30 volt motor in the sense, 30 volt will be given in that common pin. So this is normally closed connection. So if it is coil will be energized in the sense that time what we are connecting in that normally open, it will be execute. Why? Because automatically it will be pulled down. The coil will be energized in the sense. So the motor will be getting the voltage from that common pin. Here I am connecting the ground. Like that manner, we can able to do the connection under this output side using relay. So if I want to connect the AC motors like that in the sense, it may be induction machine or synchronous machine like that. So AC machine in the sense, in this common pin you need to give a phase. So the phase will be moved through this normally open, and then the AC machine will be executed. Here we need to connect neutral. DC application in the sense give a normal ground connection. AC application in the sense give a neutral. So what we are connecting the output device based on that voltage, AC voltage or otherwise a DC voltage, we need to give in that common pin. Which voltage we are giving in that common pin, this will be flowed to that output device. Like that we can able to connect. Okay. Like that we need to give a wiring connections, input output connections using that PLC. So now I am considering one of the PLC panel. Okay, just I will share that image to you. See that image. Here I am considering one of the PLC, that brand is Omron. Okay. So this is my PLC. Okay. Here input ports are available. In that first three position, I am having SMPS or without SMPS path connection. Third position, we have common pin. This is output parts. Okay. Here you can able to see the indication lights. Just see here. 1 minute. See here, some of the dots are available, right? These are the indication lights. Okay. 1 minute, I need to check this one. These are the indication lights for that inputs and then outputs. Okay. So based on the inputs, the indication light will be on. That time the photo transistor will be act. Based on that, it will be, the supply will be moved to CPU, and then CPU activate the output side LED based on the program. To protect the device, here I am using circuit breaker. Okay. This is for external SMPS, for input output devices supply. Okay. If I'm having with SMPS also, we need to use external SMPS. Okay. Why? Because to give the connections, give the supply for sensor like that manner. Okay. So this is a DIN rail, cable tray, or here I am using a release. Through this cable tray, the cable will be. So here I am connecting switches or otherwise push button connections. Okay. So actually I closed that panel. It is the outer side of the panel. Here I am using normal switch as well as push button. Why? Because based on the application we need to use, right? So that the reason only here we are considering switch as well as push button. If you need single one only, just you consider any one of these one. So now we will execute the program using that PLC. Okay. So what are the concepts I am going to execute? Here I am considering push button concept. Okay. With latching, without latching, we will do. So just consider, I am considering some of the concept here. So based on that, we will design into a PLC and then we will feed into PLC. Push button on. Directly I am not going to on the motor. After time period, some of the time period here I am giving. After time period, that time period I am giving 7 seconds or 10 seconds. Just consider any time period. After time period, the motor will be on. For that I am going to do. Okay. If I want to stop the process, here I am using push button, right? So push button in the sense compulsory we are giving latching. So if I want to off the push button, off the motor in the sense how to do. Like that we will draw and then execute in that panel. So push button on. So first I am giving the push button status to the memory. Okay. From that memory I am going to control the timer. So here I am giving push button. Here I am connecting the memory. So memory will be latched here. From this memory connection, I am going to give the timer. Here I am using simple application, so just I am giving normal timer only. I am not using high speed timer or otherwise ultra high speed timer, like that I am not considering here. So just I am considering normal timer. For that we need to write the syntax inside this timer. Okay. Based on the brand, the timer syntax input output memory addresses will be differ. So the timer will be on, memory on, timer will be activated. So after time period, I am giving the motor connections. This is timer contact. Like that we will do and then execute this program and then we will feed into PLC. One minute.
Excuse me, ma'am. It's not audible, I think.
Sir, actually, I need to get a screen sharing from that center, so that the reason only. Okay. Sorry for the interruption, sir. Okay. Why? Because we need to share that video, so that the reason only I'm taking the time here. Okay. See here. So here we are using a real-time PLC. What I'm giving in that image in that PPT. Okay. So DIN rail, MCB, SMPS, PLC, input and then output connections. In that input and output connections, they are considering cable ferrule for that indication. See here, we are getting only the started part in that cable. Out from that output, we are getting a wire. But we don't know the wire where it is ended. Here we have cable tray. Under this cable tray, we have multiple wires. So we don't know where it is ended. So through this ferrule, we can able to confirm. So this is cable tray, relays. Here we have multiple cable trays. So the connections will be connected to switches, push buttons, LEDs. See, based on that color indication, just here I am telling, okay? The output side will be yellow color, right? But don't consider based on the color indication. Here the ferrule number is not visible clearly, so that the reason only here I mentioned the color indication. Okay. So this is yellow color wires. This wires also they are mentioned the numbers, nameplate under this cable. So this will be connected to lights. See here, in that part I am using switches, push buttons and then LEDs, right? For that LED will be connected from this output part. Okay. For this concept, we will execute the program and then feed into PLC. So first we need to give the input, right? Push button on. After 7 seconds, the motor will be on. For this, I am giving the concept. Here I am considering Omron brand. Okay. Under this Omron brand, many models are available. Here I am considering CP1E N30DTA. So first we need to press the push button here. After 7 seconds, the light will be on. Here I am in that image I mentioned motor. Okay. But here I am not connecting motor. Instead of this motor, here I am using LEDs only. Okay. Here I am using only switch. Okay. Instead of a switch, if I am considering push button in the sense, if I want to off this element in the sense, we need to give a separate stop button. See here. Okay, this is considered as a stop button. This is second one is considered as a stop button. Okay. So first I switch on that push button. That time after 7 seconds, the light will be on. So if I off that push button, that is I'm hand back to the push button. That time also I'm getting the on in that LED. So if I want to off that device, in the sense we need to connect one more stop button. So I'm considering the second push button. Okay. So in that design, we need to give a normally closed button. Here we need to mention normally closed option. Here I'm considering push button 1, push button 2. For this, we are executing here. So how to feed this program to PLC in the sense, for that we have options under the software. Okay. Based on the brand, the software will be differ. And then options will be differ. How to feed this program to our PLC. Based on the brand softwares, the options will be differ.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Screen is not visible.
1 minute. Sorry, ma'am. Actually, you will get a video, right?
Okay.
You will get a Omron PLC video here, right? Not a video. Did you get that video that is Omron PLC image or not? No. 1 minute. Now, which page you are getting in that screen? Hello.
Nothing is visible.
Now it is visible, right?
No, no.
Ma'am,
No.
ma'am, just click on this. You'll have a window like a Ravi underscore ITPL. Just click on that, ma'am. Under that only that is sharing is there, ma'am. That is. You have to choose this Ravi underscore ITPL. Just click on that screen and you will find it.
I cannot able to give the option here, sir.
No, ma'am. They have to, the participant have to select that. Actually, they might have
Okay.
seen
Participants.
your,
Okay.
and dear participant, just click on this screen. You will find the screen Ravi underscore ITPL, and under that the screen is visible now.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Sir, can you open that panel once again? Why? Because okay. Just see here. Here we are giving the connection. Once you just give the input and then get the output based on the condition here. Just give the input, sir. Here we are giving push button on. After 7 seconds, the output will be on. Okay. Input on. After 7 seconds, the output will be on. If I want to off the output, in the sense, I'm using one more push button, that is push button 2. Okay. Here we are checking only output, right? So just once again, switch on the input. We need to check the indication lights in that PLC. Yes. Input on. we need to get the indication lights. Okay. See here. So input output indication lights will be on here. Okay. Like that we can able to confirm, okay, input ports are working properly. Output ports only we need to check. We can able to rectify the errors easily under this PLC using that indication options. Okay. So here I am giving only indication light. If I want to connect the motors in the sense, for that protection we need to use VFDs like that manner. Okay. Based on the frequency change, the motor speed will be increased, decreased. Why? Because without a VFD in the sense, if I am connecting directly the motor in the sense, directly it will be reaches to high speed. So that the reason only gradually if I want to increase the speed of the motor in the sense, we will connect the VFD. Through this VFD, we can able to connect the motors. Okay. Like that we need to give a wiring connections and then designs we need to feed a program to that PLC. Analog inputs in the sense, just consider a level transmitter like that. Okay. From that level transmit, just consider one the tank. In the tank, I'm considering level transmitter in the tank. From that tank level, we are getting some of the values, current amps. These values will be given to the PLC analog inputs. Analog inputs in the sense, it will be considered A plus A minus like that. Okay. In that PLC, it will be indicate A plus A minus. From that part number itself, we can confirm, we can able to connect analog inputs or not. Okay. Okay. If any doubts, let me know under this PLC panel wiring. And then one more part, we are using sensors, right? NPN or otherwise maybe PNP. Sometimes the NPN, PNP sensor is not working properly in the sense. That time suddenly we cannot able to purchase or otherwise again we need to connect this. Suddenly we cannot able to do. So instead of this, that time we can able to connect, we can able to do some of the option. That is select a switch. Sometimes if the sensor is not working properly in the sense, it is automatic manner, right? We can able to give the manual option using that selector switch. Like that we will do. Let me know under this PLC panel wiring. So first we are discussing the process under this PLC panel wiring. After that, types of power supply. Third one is types of PLC based on input-output wiring. And then how to connect sensors, inputs, outputs, DC outputs or AC outputs. And then real-time program execution. And then selector switch. If any doubts, let me know.